Hey, what's going on? Quis here from Sports Vibes TV. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball was just linked to the New York Knicks along with 4 other teams. And I'm kind of confused as to why he's being linked to these teams now, especially the New York Knicks. Lonzo Ball has not played great to start the season. And I think a lot of teams are looking to buy low. But I'm not sure if adding Lonzo to the team now is the best move for us. We've seen IQ kind of rise in that role of point guard, of lead guard, especially when he's orchestrating the second unit. And he's a player that I would like to see get some time as a starter at point guard. So for him, or for this news to be breaking right around the time we're seeing him progress even more, is a little bit, I don't want to say troublesome. It's just weird. It's weird timing to me. So let me just show you guys the tweet just to make sure you guys are informed. So here's the tweet from Brandon Scoop B. Robinson. I'll read it to you. Without shirking the historic nature of this morning, I've heard a few teams have inquired about and are interested in the availability of New Orleans Pelicans guard Lonzo Ball. Teams interested include, and the first team mentioned, of course, is the Knicks, Raptors, Mavericks, Clippers, and the Magic. Now, I just want to know what the Pelicans would be looking for in a Lonzo Ball deal, because there are some players that I would be willing to move on from. But right around, I think, like December 22nd, December 23rd, around the beginning of the season, there were some people saying we should include Kevin Knox in a potential Lonzo Ball deal. And right now, you would look at that and you would be like, nah, these people are crazy, because not saying Kevin Knox has started the season on fire, but right now he's, I think, statistically one of our best 3-point shooters. I think going into the Magic game, he was shooting at right around 41, 42%. And he is allowing us to space the floor a lot better, along with Emmanuel Quickly. So if any kind of deal would have to be built around Kevin Knox, I would say no, especially with Lonzo Ball potentially being a free agent. So why would I suggest that the team go and include Kevin Knox in a trade? But, you know, just to see what could happen, I did open up the trade machine for you guys just so I could see what potential deals could look like. So Dennis Smith Jr., he's definitely going. And you look at the rest of the roster, who really would the Pelicans want? They could potentially want Iggy, but I don't think they want a deal centered around DSJ and Iggy. Theo Pinson, Jared Harper, those are 2 players I don't expect the Pelicans would really want either. And like I said, I'm not trading Kevin Knox, so he's not going to be included. Maybe, you know, they could settle or live with Frank Nitti. You know, Lonzo Ball has a reputation of being a pretty good defender. He gets steals. So maybe that would be a nice little swap. We get their one reclamation project for our 2. And, you know, if they need a sweetener and a pick has to be sent, I'm not sending anything more than a 2nd-round pick, honestly. If they're going to require that in a deal, then, you know, maybe that's something I'd be open to. But people saying that we should be trading one of our late firsts, you know, the Mavericks late first. No, I'm not trading that for a guy, because then you give up all the leverage to Lonzo. You trade a late first for Lonzo Ball, and Lonzo knows we're not a team that's one step away or one piece away from a championship contention. Those draft picks are vital to our rebuild. So if we're going to include that in a Lonzo Ball trade, Lonzo and his agents are going to know, hey, they're going to have to pay us the bag, because the GM's going to look crazy if they give up a late first and they don't end up re-signing us. So me personally, I am against giving up a late first. I could give up Dennis Smith and Frank, both players that don't have long-term futures, and a mid, because Charlotte's doing half decent, so it would be a mid 2nd-round pick. You know, and let's see if that trade would go through, at least financially. So financially, it would go through, just so you guys can see. We would be getting Lonzo. They would be getting DSJ, Frank Nitty, and a second round pick. Our wins would increase, by 9. That's a projection. But I think that would be a nice addition to the team in this respect, or in this regard, or the way this is set up. I'm not trying to give up, like I said, a late first just for Lonzo, because then we're gonna have to, open up or bring up the Brinks truck and really pay him. And some people are going to say you can't do it with a late second; they're not going to want it. And if that is what you believe is what it's going to take, I'll set that trade up for you as well. So this would be Dallas, and this is what it would look like. Let's just put the trade through. And there. So that's how the trade would look with the late first. Now, once again, this is something that I would not suggest, trading a late first for Lonzo. So let me know what you think down in the comments. I know that the team right now has a guard or a point guard on the roster in IQ that has given us a lot of positivity to look forward to this season. So I don't know if I would want to mix that up by bringing in Lonzo. I would rather do that in the offseason if we can, pay to bring him in. That's probably how I would go about it. So you let me know what you think down in the comments. Once again, I'm Quis, host of Sports Vibes TV, and I'm out.